Hola guys, ¿qué paso? What's going on? This is Hala Pablo. Let's look at Bitcoin real quick. Bitcoin, little update. All right, so we had a little move. We had a little movement. Bitcoin had a little tiny pullback. Not much at all. Not much at all. We're still in the trading range. We're still in a range, so it hasn't marked up or down or anything like that. It's just, it does these little incremental pullbacks, and then the market makers will beef it back up a little bit. Just a quick one, just a quick analysis of where we are presently and what I think it's going to do. So we still have this micro trend that it's been obeying. It's been respecting for the most part. We have a three bounce. One, two, three. And on the upside, we still haven't overcome the supply block, which caps out at around 17.4. 17.4. So that's the recent high that it's made. We've come back down, and now it's hugging the support zone at 16.8. It's really what it's trying to do is establish something conclusive here. I have it on the 30-minute, which is a good forensic time frame for analyzing volume spread. But we can even go to the 15-minute if we wanted to get more of a forensic, detailed readout on the candles and what it's doing at this support level. And so, just a quick just to look at it and see real quick surface analysis of what it's doing. We do see that's a big rejection wick right there. It's bringing it back down from the prior kind of region where it was at here, where it bounced. It had its own series of bounces on this little range, this little I guess you can call it, like, if you're looking at a fractal, everything's in fractal format. So you're looking at this could be seen as a sell-off with the selling climax here. If you wanted to do a little Wyckoffean on the 15-minute, which is kind of funny, that would be the selling climax, and here would be the automatic rally, and then down here would be the secondary test, and then we have a series of lower lows, and pretty much a flat top here. So that would be a descending bear triangle in what's later been determined as a redistribution range. And then this would be the UTAD, the upthrust after distribution, this high point right here where it shot up. This would have been like a bull trap. And there's a lot of people who bought into this. When I was on TradingView, back when this thing was pumping, there were, yeah, that's it, last chance to buy Bitcoin at 17.5 or 17 whatever. We're going to the moon. And I said, I don't know. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but yeah, I got to be a bad news bear today. It's just how it goes. So, yeah, of course it went down. I identified it as a UTAD, and it, of course, retraced back to here. So now we're back at the 16.8 floor, and we're seeing rejection wicks beginning to emerge. Something I like to do, what I think volume spread analysis or volume price analysis, VSA, VPA, whatever you want to call it, is one of the most important things you can do with it is train your brain to, like, when the price action is at crucial junctions, as far as like trading range support, trading range resistance, or if it establishes a new trend or range or whatever, look and see what the volume is saying every time the price touches one of those boundaries. And so here is a very strong floor, and we're seeing that it's trying to, it's basically just holding here, but the volume tells us that we have predominance still in supply. Here's why. Here's why I think that this is a predominantly, this is a supply or a bear. The bears are still in control here, even though we have this, what looks like maybe an ascending channel. First of all, notwithstanding the lower wicks, or rather the upper wicks descending from the old floor, These isolated demand volume spikes, this goes back to effort and result. It's one of the laws of Wyckoff. We have supply and demand, effort and result, cause and effect. Okay, so the laws dictate basically in this case, the greater the effort, so the greater the buy order, the more prevalent the buy orders are or sell orders. If it's a genuine movement, then you'll see you'll see correlation with the effect. So a big effort will cause a big result or an effect. So and here we see very big efforts. This is a big effort, wouldn't you say? This precedes a lot of the demand before it. And so we got this demand spike, but look, it didn't do much to propel the price at all. In fact, it didn't go anywhere. So that means that there's not any value in it at this level. There's a lot of people bidding. Think of like an auction, people bidding on it, but the price isn't going anywhere. And once it reaches this certain threshold, no one is willing to bid more on it. So it's just kind of like it's just stagnant. And this is what happens when we see prices, we see commodities consolidate, begin like a lateral consolidation. It just means that there's been a hiatus on interest for demand at that particular time, or value. There's no value right now in it. So, and then in conjunction with these shadows, these upper shadows, yeah, I think we're going down some more. I think if we do somehow we are able to maintain support here at 16.8. We're going to keep going sideways a bit more. We may see, if you inspect the candles, we're going to see a bunch of dojis. We'll see some, and you know what dojis are. Basically, it's non-committal by bears or bulls. So we'll see it just kind of sidewind a little bit, but then at some point, if supply continues to predominate, we're going down, guys. I think we're going back down. Before we go down, we might just go back up here to this area here, to the micro trend. Now this will be the resistance of the micro trend resistance. Well, since we have it on the 15-minute, we're already in micro, so this would be, relatively speaking, the macro resistance. So the point is, it's resistance, and if we go back up to there, I think we're going to bounce back off it. So if you want to swing Bitcoin, just be careful. And if it hits this area as it makes its way up this area, certainly if it's able to penetrate the old floor, which it flipped and is now resistance, you're probably going to want to take profit. You're definitely going to want to take profit. You're going to want to take profit or get the hell out altogether. And certainly if it reaches all the way up to the old trend support, you can almost count on it bouncing off it. And then we're going back down into the Fibonacci ranges. And the ranges, I don't want to draw them out. You can go to my, the Fibonacci's are the Fibonacci's. They don't change because they're drawn off the prior swing high and low. So those don't change, and notwithstanding what time frame you're in. It doesn't matter if it's a 4-hour or a 15-minute. The Fibonacci's are going to be the Fibonacci's. So go back, and I think I had the 1.618 Fibonacci somewhere at or I can't remember if it's the 2 Fibonacci. Somewhere between the 1.618 and the 2 Fibonacci retracement, we're looking at $13,500 Bitcoin. So, and that's if we break through to the downside and we push down. We have another markdown. So from here, but that may not happen before we see a series of liquidity grabs. So there's going to be bull traps involved to catch the moon boys. So don't be one of those casualties. Live to trade another day. Better yet, just the markets are wild right now. Just there's no shame in sitting out until don't never trade unclear patterns. If you're not sure about something, sit the F out. Don't risk it. It's not worth it. You want to be there for when the macro reversals come. Whenever that happens, you want to make sure you have fiat on hand. Fire sale fiat, I like to call it, what I teach my group. So, and a part of it is knowing when to sit, knowing when to not say anything or do anything. Sometimes doing nothing is the best thing to do, and it's the hardest thing to do. paradoxically, as traders sometimes. It's just hard just to not trade. So this is one of those instances where it's probably best to just not go long or short, and just continue to watch the dojis unfold and the consolidation. Keep your eyes on the volume. And even though there is supply predominance, this all can change overnight. And I mean, Bitcoin is a very, very dangerous, I consider a commodity now. It's a very, very dangerous commodity to trade, especially momentum trade in times like this, especially during counter trends in a bear market. So anyway, keep that in mind. This has gone on long enough. I got to go, and I plan on uploading something soon on Ethereum, with Bitcoin and Ethereum, and most of the alts are in similar trading patterns right now. So you look at one, you pretty much have seen them all. There are some anomalies right now that are just doing their own thing, spinning in their own orbits, and you could do that. You could find out what they are by just going down a watch list and looking at the coins on Coinbase and seeing which ones are pumping and which ones are pretty much following index to the price action of Bitcoin. But I'll teach you how to do all that. But that's for another video. And but for right now, all right, I hope this was helpful. Like, subscribe. If you get anything out of these, I'd certainly appreciate it. I like to know that this doesn't fall on deaf ears. I don't edit any of these videos. This is just pure price action. This is just pure TA. And if you're a fan of this stuff, then by all means subscribe and like. I'd certainly appreciate it. Give me a shout out. Let me know in the comments if you have a pet coin or token that you'd like me to look at. And who knows, if I get a free period of time, I'll go ahead and check it out and upload a video. And if it's real good, I'll share it with my group. So anyway, all right, guys, appreciate you. Have a good one. Be safe, and adios. We'll talk to you later, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.